out in the garden this morning. Just thought I would film this little area over here. Kind of the edge of my patio. It's either in full sun or full shade because of the angle of the house. This is a honeysuckle. It's called Kintzley's Ghost Honeysuckle. I only planted it, I think it was 3 years ago, and it has taken over. You can see it's growing on the laundry pole. There is a trellis under there, but it is way bigger than the trellis at this point. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. The leaves look like eucalyptus, which I really enjoy. It does bloom kind of really light yellow flowers in the spring, which the bees love, although they're not really fragrant. I can't really smell them all that well. I do keep it trimmed up a little bit, just the wild ends, especially the ones that get in the way of the mower, but otherwise I just let it go. I used to have a hanging basket on this end, but that is no longer possible. It did hang a little birdhouse, but even that got engulfed this year, so now I just have the hanging basket over on this side. And this one has just some pink impatiens. This is Dichondra Silver Falls. Love that trailing basket. It'll reach the ground by the end of summer. And then up top, that is a caladium. I don't remember the variety, but it looks funny with just one leaf, but it'll get more leaves soon. I have some rockin' back and black sedum down there. This monster is an ornamental cabbage. It is huge. I have not had them ever get that big for me, so that's interesting. This year, this is a Rudbeckia. I think it's called American Gold Rush. It's a newer cultivar that is completely resistant to powdery mildew, which is awesome because I had trouble with that on older varieties of Rudbeckia, although I do need to divide that probably next year. And then this is just a sweet alyssum that I had planted from seed a few years ago, and it just keeps reseeding itself, so it's really pretty. I just let it stay in there. This is a heuchera called Zipper. There's another one that's kind of getting engulfed by the hosta over there. This is the fragrant bouquet hosta. Excuse me, I have one there, and then another one over on this side. There's my shadow. On this side, these are 2 garden phlox that were mislabeled a few years ago. As you can see, this tiny wine 9 bark has completely taken over where they are now, so I'm gonna have to transplant those. I'll probably put a hosta, tuck one underneath, but they're really prone to powdery mildew. I moved one last year, and that one also is not doing well, so I don't know. We'll see. I have some lamb's ear, some other heucheras in there. That is Kobold Leatris. I've got that blue shrub with the yellow flowers. That is a St. John's wort. And then that is Wicked Hot Coleus planted back there. There's also some lady's mantle down here. I love how the raindrops and dewdrops look on the leaves. It's so pretty. I'm kind of there's some creeping Jenny too, that gold ground cover. I'm letting it encroach on the grass because I plan to take over this grass, even though this is the only grass in the yard that is actually green right now. This is a dogwood, garden glow dogwood. It was supposed to be 3 to 5 feet tall and wide. I gave it extra space. It is easily 7 feet tall right now. I gave it what I thought was a hard prune this spring. Obviously, it was not hard enough, so next year I'm gonna really go at it and prune it quite dramatically. It's gorgeous though. I love it, and it's super tough and has beautiful red stems that we can see from the house in the winter time. This is a mystery hosta here. It was on clearance. I have Vulcan back there with the white variegation. That one is Curly Fries. It's kind of tucked away. Again, the fragrant bouquet. This is Autumn Frost, one of the toughest hostas there is. And then this one I think is called Mini Skirt. It's a little mini hosta down there. And then that is my chancha, my little pig. And there's also a ligularia back there. Desdemonda, I think, is the variety. It gets real wilty midday, but then it always bounces back. Then I have some turtle head here, Kiloni. That blooms pink late summer, like end of August. You can kind of see it forming its buds right now up there, but the buds they're shaped like turtle heads. That's where it gets its name. Yep. So that is my little side garden. This was the first garden we ever made. There was a huge mulberry tree that had grown up between the two houses. I think it was on the neighbor's property. He and a buddy chopped it down the first summer we were here. And then we spent weeks getting the big roots out of the ground. And then I started taking this area over for my garden. And then this goes right out to the patio. And there's the beautiful honeysuckle.